And based off of Alex's comment about him looking good at 170, makes you think that he might think he's the sexier guy.
Yeah, no kidding. Switch stance for Jackson as he goes for the double.
There's the big slam.
Yeah, I was gonna note that the pressure that was being put on by Jovic did not seem very educated. He was not keeping proper distance, which you think you would want as the better striker.
I thought going into this fight that Sinisa was a clearly taller guy. They're actually much more similar in height when you see these guys stand next to each other. And you gotta wonder how that plays into the striking of Sinisa.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna get to the opportunity to see that. As Dougherty almost moved into mount. Good job from Sinisa to get a butterfly hook in there, the instep.
Jackson really excels in these positions, always physically stronger than his opponents in there.
And he's always patient. Oh, nice scissor sweep to create the space and get back to his feet.
Jackson keeps pressure.
And a good underhook. And now we might see, oh, Sinisa looking to grab the fence there.
You know, as strong as Jackson looks, we've never seen how strong he can be in terms of striking. We have seen how strong Sinisa can be.
I would like for Sinisa to focus more on this lock than to strike as he gets dumped on the single leg because he wasn't really attacking the hands. But attacking the Kimura on the other side here. Let's see how Jackson is able to defend that. He closed the distance well and moved to half guard. Should eliminate most of the danger of that arm lock.
Less than a minute left in the round.
And it's looking pretty close to slipping in. Now see, there's a good adjustment by Jackson. He noticed that he was getting close to getting sweeped the same way he did that first time, decided to posture up and eliminate the elevation that Sinisa had with that inset. A very smart fighter, Jackson, for his very young age.
You gotta think that this is clearly the game plan for Jackson.
Yeah, this is obviously where he's had the most success, and with Sinisa being as good a striker as he is, you know, it's really hard to get knocked out or to throw a knockout punch when you're on your back. So
a little bit of a head and arm attempt here to end the round for Jackson.
He sneaks in the mount.
Sinisa's fan base ranges internationally, but Jackson's clearly got a loud crowd here in the heart of Akron.
Now we see him fighting a little bit longer now.
Yeah, much more dialed approach here from Sinisa. And this is where he's most dangerous.
Jackson seems to scoff at the leg kick attempt there.
There's that left hand attempt by
Good 3-2. I like how he started leading with the jab and then changed the angle, led with the hook there. Solid jab from Jackson, showing that he's not just a grappler. But how long is he willing to play this game?
I like how Sinisa throws that low leg kick. I also respect the confidence of Jackson to say, you know what, I'll throw leg kicks too.
Yeah, he's always been, I've said that in every broadcast that we've called with his fights, that he's always thrown great kicks. I'd like to see some body punches from Sinisa. It's a little easier to catch underhooks and defend takedowns when you're throwing some body shots to disguise it. Hard leg kick from Dougherty.
One for Sinisa right back at him. And there's the shot.
Oh, beautiful job from Jackson, changing that angle late.
And the big thing too, Brandon, what's the level change? You don't always see these guys drop down like they're supposed to, and just how explosive Jackson is able to do it too.
He got very low, and Sinisa had a pretty good sprawl, but he lifted that head up and turned the angle last second.
Looks like Jackson might be trying to get into full mount here.
He's been really close a number of times. He got it, obviously, as the round ended. But now it seems like he's got it, and he's going to have some time to do some damage. About a minute here. Not comfortable quite yet to posture up. And Sinisa doing a good job of controlling the shoulders, not letting him do so. Sinisa trying to break the feet that were attached, and he does so successfully.
20 seconds left in the round. And if you're Sinisha's corner, you got to go into this third round with a new game plan once again.
Yeah.
The first round came out a little too hot, got caught for it. This last round I thought was much more composed. Jackson Dougherty said, you know, I know Sinisa talks about being a fighter since he was young, but I've been fighting since I was young too. And not that I ever underestimated it, but I think Jackson is a much more high-level wrestler than I would have thought going into this fight.
Yeah, he showed it with that takedown in round 2. I mean, it was pretty well defended, and he did a great job just cutting an angle and finishing it anyway. Let's see if he can finish this shot a little bit differently.
Dumps the leg.
Looks like he went single round 1, double round 2, back to the single to get Jovic to the mat in round 3. A good varied approach with the takedowns from Jackson Dougherty. And back to full mount.
Something I've always liked about Jackson Dougherty is just how composed he looks. A little bit of discomfort for Sinisa. His pants are falling down.
He's seeming to try to break that foot grip again. The one good thing that I can say about when the fights hit the mat is you can tell that Jovic has watched tape, because he's not giving his back up. And that is the last thing you want to do. You do not want to be the 5th guy to get rear naked choked in this Cage Thunder cage by Jackson.
And Brandon, to your point, Sinisa has been defending these takedowns well. It just goes to Jackson's credit that he came in and he also had a good game plan.
Yeah, he's not doing anything wrong. Jackson's just a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and one step ahead in these grappling exchanges. And which stands to reason. I mean, he's been grappling a lot longer, and you know, he might not be the fighter that Jovic was saying, but in terms of, you know, a skilled striker, but overall he's showing that he's got a great MMA game. We got a minute to go in round 3 here. Let's see what kind of damage Jackson can do.
These guys are talking to each other here.
Yeah, they're right in front of our table here. You can hear a little bit of trash talk going on.
The shorts are discomforting Sinisa. I've seen him try to pull him up a couple times here, and it's just, it is kind of an unfortunate situation.
He was able to recover half guard. Let's see if he's able to get his legs in play and work that same sweep that he did in round 1. Now he's got full guard. 30 seconds to go.
Certainly enough time to do something.
Yeah. If you're Jackson, you really want to keep that finish streak intact, but don't want to do too much to really jeopardize yourself here. But I'm sure he wants to get a couple of licks in for all the trash talking.
Looks like we're going to roll in to a Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for both of these welterweight warriors. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges have scored this contest 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jackson Dougherty!